In this short video, we'll be taking a look at Irwin's Data Intelligence Suite and how it can support your compliance initiatives when it comes to your company's sensitive data. In our ever-changing data privacy landscape, local and international laws and regulations are constantly adding new requirements and enhancements, and different states are adopting new comprehensive laws that companies are forced to keep pace with. In the last 2 years alone, companies were forced to pay over $1 billion in fines for violating these laws. Whoa, wouldn't want to write those checks. But have no fear, the Irwin team is here to help. Let's take a deeper dive on privacy compliance by looking at a data subject request. A data subject request is your customer's right to know what information you've collected on them, to make sure it's accurate, to be able to opt out of marketing campaigns, or to delete any non-essential information. Consider a use case where your consumer has many relationships across different lines of business or departments in your company. In order for you to scrub any of that information per their request, it takes teams of people in a very time-consuming and labor-intensive process across all your isolated systems. And the outcome? Manually aggregated reports that are extremely difficult to audit or even prove compliance to your policies and to the regulators. So how does Irwin help? A single data steward or business analyst can have a combined view of how your policies, processes, and data sets all come together in the mind map. A few short clicks away, they can view the lineage of how your source to target information is transformed or derived all the way across your organization on all the points it touches. Couple that with our data quality, impact analysis, and sensitive data tags, and all of a sudden you have an audit and compliance ready report and fully documented view of all of your data assets. So let's take a look inside the Irwin Data Intelligence Suite. So as we log into the Irwin Data Intelligence Suite, we land on our customizable search engine. Here we can search for any physical IT assets, such as systems, environments, tables, or columns. We can also look at our tiles and look at any of the business assets we have, such as business terms, policies, rules, and regulations. As I click on the regulations tile, we'll be able to view any of the regulations that my entitlements allow. We're interested in the California Consumer Privacy Act. Here we can get a quick view of the definition, or we can dive deeper into the information. We'll see deeper details such as definitions, descriptions, governance responsibilities, classifications, any miscellaneous enterprise or domain type tags, and our audit history. We also are allowed to embed live links, so we always have the latest and greatest information at our fingertips. Irwin's advanced semantic mind map features a controlled contextual experience for the end user. As we expand the map, you are exposed to a full suite of governing activities specific to your business, along with the ease of viewing additional context of those associated items. As we zoom out, we begin to see how the physical IT assets are associated with our business policies, our business rules. Any dashboards that consume that information, we can expand those out as well. And any KPIs that may be associated with these processes. Let's explore one of our business rules, the right to be forgotten. As a subject matter expert, I noticed that this rule has been deprecated. I can click on the link to bring up the endorsed rule, and then I know I'm following the correct desktop procedure. The mind map also allows us to start adding in sensitive information and data quality scores. This is important as we now know that some Tableau dashboards may have sensitive or critical information that should not be shared. We can also see our data quality scores. Now, this is important if this object or asset that we're using is a critical identifier to the information that we need to execute our data subject requests. Remember the fines we saw earlier in the presentation? Well, this could expose your company to unnecessary risks. Overlaying the semantic layer with our data quality scores is equally important. If you're a business analyst looking at financials, it is imperative that your data meet the data integrity standards of your company. Equally as important in a data subject request, as oftentimes we use address to confirm the identity of the data subject, we need to ensure that that is accurate. As we drive into this, how do we fix it? Well, easily. As a business analyst or subject matter expert, I can come in here and I can add a task to research the data quality score. I can put in a description of when we want to talk about it and when it is due. I can make it important, assign a due date because I need this information by next week. Also assign users and put external emails for notification to those who need to know. As a data steward, I can come in and start to look at my forensic analysis of why my data quality scores are low. Here in our preferences menu, we can turn on our DQ scores. And I can start to trace back exactly where my data comes from, how it was transformed, trace it from hop to hop, look at the transformations along the way, and begin to paint the picture of why my data quality scores are low. Another special feature of our data lineage is to turn your technical metadata into common business terms with a click of a button, so the lineage becomes valuable to data scientists, business analysts, and subject matter experts alike. Now you can see all this great documentation can satisfy your audit and compliance needs. Combine this with a data quality and lineage comparison, and you can quickly and easily identify the high and low quality data feeds to keep it up to date with version control functionality of the Data Intelligence Suite. This combined with data quality and lineage comparison, you can quickly and easily identify high and low quality data feeds, identify any gaps, whether it's due to people, process, or technology, to gain insight for any controls needed and ensure the quality of your data meets your company's rigorous data policies and compliance needs. Possibilities are endless with Irwin's automation capabilities, pulling together physical assets and combining that with your business content, raising the data literacy level of your organization. Having this global picture of your organization's data builds transparency and trust in the data we are consuming to make better formed decisions at a much quicker pace. I invite you to visit Irwin and get a conversation started about achieving your business compliance and audit objectives. Together, we can harness the power of your data so you can leap ahead of your competition. Thank you.